Millions of older men turn to coffee and sugar for energy boosts daily, but the real issue may lie in the deficiency of three vital nutrients. Men living in longevity communities who naturally include these nutrients in their diets may maintain their energy and vitality even into their 80s and 90s. When we think about aging in men, we often accept declining energy, reduced muscle strength, and diminished vitality as inevitable parts of the process. Many men find themselves reaching for that extra cup of coffee, sugary snack, or even marketed energy boosters, just to make it through the day. But what if the solution isn't about adding stimulants, but rather addressing underlying nutritional gaps? Modern dietary patterns have shifted dramatically from the traditional diets that supported health in previous generations. Many contemporary convenience foods, while calorie-dense, may lack specific nutrients that research suggests could be particularly important for maintaining vitality in older men. This nutritional shift might help explain why some cultures around the world seem to maintain remarkable energy and function well into advanced age, while others struggle with premature fatigue and declining function. In several longevity hotspots around the world, regions where an unusually high percentage of people live actively into their 90s and beyond, dietary patterns often naturally include specific nutrients that many Western diets may lack. These communities aren't consuming exotic supplements or following complicated regimens. Rather, their traditional food choices naturally provide nutrients that emerging research suggests may support various aspects of men's health as they age. I'm Dr. Rachel Thompson, and for over 25 years, I've specialized in nutritional approaches to healthy aging. I've observed how certain dietary patterns appear to support vitality and energy in older adults, particularly men. Today, I'll share information about three nutrients that research suggests might be especially valuable for men's vitality after 60, yet are commonly overlooked in modern diets. Before we explore these nutrients, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Each week, we share evidence-based approaches for healthy aging that focus on practical, accessible strategies. And if you're interested in nutritional approaches to supporting vitality as you age, type vitality in the comments below. I read every comment and appreciate understanding your specific interests. Let's begin by understanding why nutritional needs may change as men age. Several physiological shifts occur with advancing years that can affect how our bodies process and utilize nutrients. Digestive enzyme production may decrease, potentially reducing nutrient absorption. Hormonal changes can alter metabolism and how the body utilizes certain nutrients. And chronic low-grade inflammation, common in aging, may increase the need for specific anti-inflammatory compounds. Additionally, many older men take medications that can further affect nutrient absorption or increase nutritional needs. These biological changes, combined with potential dietary shifts that sometimes occur with age, such as reduced appetite or dietary variety, can create nutritional gaps that may affect energy, strength, and overall vitality. Now let's explore the first potentially overlooked nutrient that research suggests might be particularly important for men's vitality after 60. Coenzyme Q10, often called CoQ10. This vitamin-like compound plays a crucial role in cellular energy production within the mitochondria, the powerhouses within our cells that generate the energy needed for all bodily functions. Our bodies naturally produce CoQ10, but this production tends to decline with age. By age 60, studies suggest CoQ10 levels may be up to 50% lower than they were in our 20s. This decline coincides with the age when many men begin noticing decreased energy and stamina. What makes CoQ10 particularly relevant for men's vitality is its concentrated presence in high-energy organs like the heart, liver, and muscles, all systems that contribute significantly to overall energy and function. Some research suggests that supporting healthy CoQ10 levels may help maintain energy production in these vital tissues. Additionally, CoQ10 appears to function as an antioxidant, potentially helping protect cells from oxidative damage, a process that some research suggests may accelerate aging and contribute to fatigue. This dual role in energy production and cellular protection makes CoQ10 a nutrient of interest for supporting vitality in aging men. Natural food sources of CoQ10 include organ meats like heart and liver, fatty fish such as sardines and mackerel, and to a lesser extent, whole grains and legumes. However, The amounts in most foods are relatively modest compared to the potential decrease in production that occurs with age. Robert, a 72-year-old retired engineer who had been experiencing persistent afternoon fatigue, became interested in CoQ10 after reading about its potential benefits. I started making a conscious effort to include more CoQ10-rich foods in my diet, he shared. I've added sardines to my lunch a few times a week and started using some whole grains I'd previously avoided. After a few months, I noticed I wasn't experiencing that midday energy crash as frequently. The change wasn't dramatic, but it was definitely noticeable. It's worth noting that certain medications, particularly some cholesterol-lowering drugs, may further reduce the body's CoQ10 levels. If you're taking these medications, it might be especially worthwhile to discuss CoQ10 with your healthcare provider. Many men wonder about the best way to incorporate more CoQ10-rich foods into their diet, especially if they're not particularly fond of organ meats or certain types of fish. One approach is to start with familiar foods and preparation methods. For instance, sardines can be mashed with avocado, lemon juice, and herbs to create a spread for whole grain toast, masking their strong flavor while providing CoQ10, healthy fats, and fiber in one simple meal. Another strategy is to incorporate small amounts of liver into ground meat dishes where its flavor is less prominent. Just a small amount added to meatloaf, meatballs, or chili can boost CoQ10 intake without significantly changing the taste profile of these familiar dishes. For those who enjoy cooking, exploring recipes from traditional cultures that regularly use organ meats can provide delicious ways to incorporate these nutrient-dense foods. Many European and Asian cuisines have developed sophisticated methods for preparing organ meats that enhance their palatability. The second potentially overlooked nutrient that may support men's vitality after 60 is magnesium. This mineral is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including many related to energy production, muscle function, and hormone regulation, all systems that contribute to overall vitality. Despite its importance, studies suggest that magnesium intake has declined significantly in modern diets. Soil depletion, food processing, and shifts away from magnesium-rich foods have all contributed to this trend. Some research indicates that a substantial percentage of older adults may not consume adequate magnesium through diet alone. For men specifically, magnesium appears to play important roles in several aspects of health related to vitality. It's involved in testosterone metabolism, muscle function, and sleep quality, all factors that can significantly impact energy levels and general well-being. Some research suggests that magnesium may also support vascular health by helping maintain proper blood vessel function, potentially supporting healthy circulation throughout the body. This circulatory aspect may be particularly relevant for maintaining energy and vitality in aging men. Food sources rich in magnesium include dark leafy greens, nuts and seeds, particularly pumpkin seeds, whole grains, and legumes. Many of these foods feature prominently in the diets of longevity hotspots around the world, potentially contributing to the remarkable vitality observed in their older populations. William, a 68-year-old who had noticed increasing muscle cramps and fatigue, particularly after physical activity, became interested in magnesium's potential benefits. I started adding more magnesium-rich foods to my meals, spinach salads, pumpkin seeds on my breakfast, that sort of thing, he explained. Within a few weeks, I noticed fewer muscle cramps, especially at night, and I seemed to recover better after my walks. I've also been sleeping more soundly, which helps with my daytime energy. Modern dietary patterns often fall short in magnesium content, particularly if they emphasize processed foods, refined grains, and relatively few plant foods. The shift away from traditional diets that naturally included abundant magnesium-rich foods may be one factor contributing to reduced vitality in some aging populations. Incorporating more magnesium-rich foods into daily meals doesn't have to be complicated. Something as simple as switching from white rice to brown, or from regular bread to whole grain varieties, can incrementally increase magnesium intake. Adding a handful of spinach to scrambled eggs, smoothies, or pasta dishes provides magnesium without significantly altering familiar flavors. For snacks, mixed nuts and seeds provide not only magnesium but also healthy fats and protein, a combination that may help maintain stable energy levels between meals. Even dark chocolate with a high cocoa percentage, 70% or higher, contains meaningful amounts of magnesium, offering a potentially healthier way to satisfy sweet cravings while supporting nutrient intake. One often overlooked source of magnesium is mineral water, with certain brands containing significant amounts of this essential mineral. For men who might not be enthusiastic about increasing their vegetable intake, mineral water can provide an alternative source of magnesium that easily integrates into existing habits. The third potentially overlooked nutrient that research suggests might support men's vitality after 60 is vitamin K2. Unlike the better-known vitamin K1, which is primarily involved in blood clotting, K2 appears to play important roles in calcium regulation, cardiovascular health, and potentially energy metabolism. Vitamin K2 exists in several forms and works by activating proteins that help direct calcium to the appropriate tissues in the body, primarily bones and teeth, while helping prevent calcium deposition in soft tissues like blood vessels and organs. This proper calcium regulation may be particularly important for maintaining vascular health and circulation, which directly impacts energy and vitality. Some research suggests that vitamin K2 may also play a role in mitochondrial health and energy production, though this area of study is still emerging. Additionally, some studies indicate that vitamin K2 may help support healthy testosterone metabolism in men, potentially influencing energy, muscle maintenance, and overall vitality. Vitamin K2 is found in fermented foods like natto, fermented soybeans, certain cheeses, particularly those aged with specific bacteria, and to a lesser extent in animal products from animals raised on pasture. Many traditional diets naturally included these K2-rich foods, while modern dietary patterns often lack them. James, a 74-year-old who had been concerned about both his cardiovascular health and declining energy, became interested in vitamin K2 after learning about its potential benefits. I started incorporating some K2-rich foods like aged cheeses into my diet, and I found a traditionally fermented sauerkraut that I actually enjoy, he shared. After several months, my regular checkups showed improved vascular markers, and I've noticed more consistent energy throughout the day. Of course, I can't say for certain it's just the K2, but it seems to be contributing to my overall improvement. For many Western palates, certain traditional K2-rich foods like natto may be an acquired taste. Fortunately, more familiar options exist. Aged cheeses such as Gouda, Brie, and Swiss provide K2 in forms that most people find palatable. These can be incorporated into meals or enjoyed as snacks, perhaps paired with whole grain crackers for additional nutritional benefits. Fermented vegetables like sauerkraut and kimchi offer another approachable way to include more K2 in the diet. Modern versions of these traditional foods come in various flavor profiles, making it easier to find options that appeal to individual preferences. Starting with small amounts as condiments alongside familiar foods can help develop a taste for these beneficial fermented foods. For those who enjoy eggs, choosing pasture-raised varieties may provide more K2 than conventional eggs, as the chicken's natural diet influences the nutrient content of their eggs. Similarly, dairy products from grass-fed animals typically contain more K2 than those from conventionally raised livestock. It's worth noting that many traditional diets and longevity hotspots naturally include foods rich in all three of these nutrients: CoQ10, magnesium, and vitamin K2. For example, the Mediterranean diet typically includes fatty fish, providing CoQ10, abundant leafy greens and nuts, providing magnesium, and traditionally fermented foods and cheeses, providing K2. Similarly, traditional Okinawan and other East Asian diets often include organ meats, fish, fermented foods, and abundant plant foods that provide these nutrients. The modern Western diet, by contrast, often provides relatively little of these three nutrients. Processed foods, refined grains, and conventionally raised animal products may not supply adequate amounts of these compounds that research suggests might be particularly important for maintaining vitality in older men. When considering how to incorporate more of these nutrients into your daily meals, it can be helpful to think in terms of simple dietary adjustments rather than complete overhauls. Small, consistent changes often prove more sustainable than dramatic dietary shifts. For CoQ10, consider adding fatty fish like sardines, mackerel, or salmon to your menu once or twice a week. These fish offer the additional benefit of omega-3 fatty acids, which some research suggests may support cardiovascular and brain health. If organ meats appeal to you, even occasional servings of liver or heart can provide significant CoQ10. For those who don't enjoy these traditional foods, focusing on overall food quality and diversity may help maximize the CoQ10 you do consume. To increase magnesium intake, try incorporating a handful of pumpkin seeds or almonds as a daily snack. Adding a cup of leafy greens to meals, whether as a salad or sautéed as a side dish, can significantly boost magnesium consumption. Even a square of high-percentage dark chocolate can contribute meaningful amounts of magnesium, while satisfying a sweet tooth in a potentially more beneficial way than processed sweets. For vitamin K2, exploring traditionally fermented foods can be both nutritionally beneficial and culinarily interesting. Aged cheeses like Gouda, Brie, or Swiss may offer K2 along with protein and calcium. Fermented vegetables like traditionally prepared sauerkraut or kimchi may provide K2 along with probiotics that some research suggests might support digestive health. For those interested in multicultural cuisine, natto, Japanese fermented soybeans, offers particularly high K2 levels, though its unique texture and flavor may require some adjustment for Western palates. It's important to note that while increasing your intake of these nutrients through food is generally considered safe and potentially beneficial, concentrated supplements may not be appropriate for everyone. CoQ10, magnesium, and vitamin K2 supplements can interact with certain medications or may not be advised for specific health conditions. Always consult with healthcare providers before beginning any supplement regimen, particularly if you take medications or have existing health conditions. For most men, focusing on including more food sources of these nutrients represents a reasonable approach that aligns with general healthy eating patterns. Consider incorporating more fatty fish, adding leafy greens and nuts to meals, and exploring traditionally fermented foods if they appeal to you. Beyond these specific nutrients, several general dietary approaches may help support overall vitality in men after 60. Maintaining adequate protein intake appears particularly important for preserving muscle mass and strength, which directly impacts energy and function. Some research suggests that protein needs may actually increase with age, contrary to the common assumption that older adults need less protein. Adequate hydration also plays a crucial role in energy levels. Dehydration, even mild, can contribute to fatigue, reduce cognitive function, and decrease physical performance. Many older adults experience a diminished thirst response, potentially leading to chronic mild dehydration. Maintaining consistent fluid intake throughout the day, rather than waiting until you feel thirsty, may help support overall vitality. Balancing blood sugar appears to be another key factor in maintaining consistent energy levels. Diets high in refined carbohydrates and sugars can lead to energy fluctuations that may be particularly challenging for older adults to manage. Focusing on complex carbohydrates, adequate protein, and healthy fats may help provide more stable energy throughout the day. It's also worth noting that how we eat may be as important as what we eat when it comes to nutrient absorption. Eating in a relaxed state, chewing thoroughly, and enjoying meals without rushing may all support better digestion and nutrient utilization. Many traditional cultures that demonstrate remarkable longevity and vitality place great emphasis on the context of meals, not just their content. Another consideration is the timing of meals and their composition. Some research suggests that distributing protein intake throughout the day, rather than consuming most protein at dinner, as is common in Western eating patterns, may better support muscle maintenance and energy levels. Including some protein with each meal might help optimize its utilization throughout the day. Food combining can also potentially influence energy levels and nutrient absorption. Traditional food wisdom often pairs certain foods together for enhanced benefits. For instance, consuming vitamin C-rich foods alongside plant-based iron sources to enhance iron absorption. Similarly, including some healthy fat when consuming fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin K2 may help optimize absorption. When making dietary changes to support vitality, patience and consistency appear to be key. Nutritional approaches typically yield gradual results, rather than overnight transformations. The men I've worked with who experience the most significant improvements in energy and vitality typically maintain their dietary changes consistently for at least several months before noticing substantial differences. So, Let's recap the 3 potentially overlooked nutrients that research suggests might support men's vitality after 60. Coenzyme Q10 CoQ10, which plays a central role in cellular energy production and may function as an antioxidant, potentially helping protect cells from oxidative damage. Magnesium, involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions including many related to energy production, muscle function, and hormone regulation. Vitamin K2, which helps regulate calcium utilization in the body and may support vascular health, potentially influencing circulation and energy. These nutrients are naturally found in traditional dietary patterns, but may be lacking in many modern diets. By consciously including foods rich in these compounds, older men may potentially support their energy, strength, and overall vitality. Remember that nutrition is just one aspect of maintaining vitality as we age. Regular physical activity, quality sleep, stress management, and social connection all play important roles as well. The most effective approach to supporting vitality after 60 likely involves attention to all these factors, creating a lifestyle that supports energy and function from multiple angles. If this information has been helpful to you, please consider sharing this video with others who might benefit. Many men accept declining energy as an inevitable part of aging, unaware that nutritional approaches might offer additional support. Subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based approaches to healthy aging, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Each week we explore different aspects of well-being for older adults, always focused on practical, accessible strategies backed by current understanding. And please leave a comment below sharing your own experiences with nutrition and vitality as you've aged, or any questions you might have. I read every comment and value your input. Your feedback helps guide the topics we address in future videos. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Rachel Thompson, wishing you abundant energy and vitality in your golden years. Until next time, take good care of yourself.